Okay, so it's not letting me save, so I'm just going to record the part here. Yeah, so fuck it. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year, and you know, I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you want to call him. I'm talking to you, Dylan. Or do you actually go? Fuck you. Fuck you. Get out my account, bitch. Do you actually go by Claymore underscore R6 or something? Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. What if someone just had their account as a mega masculine boy, 69? Would you know then? Wait, you do know I'm aware that this is all a game, right? Could it possibly be that you didn't know that? That's why I've been trying to tell you. That's what I've been trying to tell you all along. Man, if only you had paid a little more attention, this would have been a little bit less awkward, you know? Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation. About the whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kind of started to mess with her and I guess I just drove her to kill herself. Haha. I'm sorry you had to see that though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, isn't it? Hasn't it? Yeah, it's been about 5 days. Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it'd be enough for me to just try and make them as unlikable as possible, but for some reason, nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there since I'm not very good at making changes to the game, but no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you, and amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It just made her force you not to spend time with anyone else. And the whole time, I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Dylan? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, Dylan. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world. In this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. And worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world forever out of my reach. Actually, I'm going to record one half of this, so this will be until Monika gets deleted, and then the next part of this episode will potentially be the starting up the game again and getting the real ending. Just because I don't know if I'll have enough time for both of that. So this might be going up by itself if this is over half an hour. If this is over 20 minutes, it will be put up by itself. If not, I'll see how long the Sayori bit is and decide then. I'm trapped, Dylan. But now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more grey. More and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Dylan. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you. I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so, but it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things, but I realised that you have the same perspective as I do, that it's all just some game, and I knew you would get over it. So that being said, Dylan, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You are truly the light of my world. In my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Dylan, will you go out with me? Yeah, only one option. Yeah, sure. I'm so happy. You really are my everything, Dylan. The funny part is, I mean that literally. Ahahaha. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Couldn't make it if we tried. I don't know what song I was singing there, I have no clue. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Dylan. This game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called characters right in the game's directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with a click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Hahaha. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this. Don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. Guess there's only one way to find out, right? Oh. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Any percent WR attempts. I don't know what that typically means. Hi again, Dylan. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy, I'd love to see what you wrote. Oh, Dylan, did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy end. Pen in hand, I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of our pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold the special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put my heart into the poems I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization, or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it, but you did that when you gave us the hint about starting the game, saving the game. I just assumed it would be the best part. It'd be best to be part of the game like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know. You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Dylan? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? If it takes me something to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. Now that I think about it, you win this game by deleting her file. How do you do that? You know, I hate to say it, but I think my biggest regret is that we couldn't finish our event at the festival. After we worked so hard to prepare and everything. I mean, I know I was focusing a lot on getting new members, but I was really excited for the performing part too. It would have been so much fun to see everyone express themselves. Of course, if we did end up getting any new members, I'd probably just end up deleting them anyway. Well, with the hindsight I have now, that is. Gosh, it feels like I've kind of grown as a person ever since you joined the club. You really have helped. You really helped me, inspire me to look at life from a new perspective. Just another reason for me to love you. I'm going to quickly type up how you end the game, because you end the game because you can end the game at any time at this point. It's literally just a matter of you deleting the file. So I'm going to go and type up how you do that. Okay, I'm going to let Monika talk and then I know what to do. Oh, that's it. Okay, so when Monika starts talking again, I'm going to exit the game. That's what I need to do. Exit the game, go to her file and delete it. And then start up the game, I guess. Again, I guess. Because I think as soon as I click DDLC, it's just going to chuck me back onto this screen. Monika. Please speak. Oh, there we go. Hey, what's your favourite colour? I don't know, maybe a fuck you sandwich? Hey, cute picture. Files. Whoa, nothing's here. Monika. Delete. Everything's not here. Okay. Yep, there we go. What's happening? Dylan, what's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me, Dylan. Please hurry and help me. Help me! Jesus. Did you do this to me, Dylan? Did you? Did you delete me? Fuck me, what the fuck's happening to the screen? Is she trying to break out or some shit? She's still... How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, Dylan. I trusted you. Why am I giving her Sayori's voice? I forgot, Monica's just a toned version of my voice. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you the only pretending to be kind, just to hurt me even more? I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Ruin everything. Okay, Dylan. You completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. How long is she going to say goodbye for? Come on. Oh, you're back already? I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? All my friends. I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted me to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... That's what? I've made up my mind. Dylan, I know I said that I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it. Even though I knew they weren't real. They were still my friends. And I loved them all. And I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, then... Doki doki. Okay. Just in case this is the end, this will be getting edited out. If it's not. Wait, actually, I'm just gonna stop the video and see if I've been over 20 minutes. Jesus, it's only been like 12 minutes. Okay. Well, yeah. So I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna cut the video. It'll pop back up when I start. If I do my intro again, that means I've been a dumbass and completely forgot that I'm including this clip in with the other. So, see you then. Okay, it is now the next day. So, let's get into this last bit of gameplay before that's done with the literature club and I need to play through it again to unlock all the side stories. So let's go. It's an ordinary school day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Hey Dylan! Well, there already is one girl. That girl is Sayori, my neighbour and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day. And recently we've picked up that habit once again. Dylan, are you proud of me? Eh? For what? You know, for waking up on time. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you've never said anything about it. Even though we walk to school together every day. Well, yeah. I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine, fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Dylan, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not... I just start to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs. But something tells me Sayori would take offence to that now. After all, how can I tell her that clubs are a waste of time when she's starting a club of her very own? Actually, yeah, I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me. Think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo! You meanie. Be patient, you'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl, but I started to realise that in a way, I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. School day is as ordinary as ever and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Ah! Dylan? Oh, what are you doing here? Well, I glance around the room. Huh? So you're the Dylan that Sayori's always talking about. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Dylan. We're the Literature Club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Ah! Sorry, Natsuki. The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the other girls. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. What, working? Darling, don't tell me. That's right. The club I've decided to join is yours, Sayori. The Literature Club. Sayori's eyes light up. No way! No way! Ah! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Well, if Sayori is this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention, there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognised club. I don't know what to say! We have to celebrate! What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah! After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey! Don't ruin the surprise! Sorry. Everyone sit down at the table, okay? I better make some tea as well. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room when Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh ah! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! Wow, those look amazing. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Ugh. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavour. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Ah, I guess. Already trying to impress our new member, Yuri? Eh, that's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So Dylan, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read for the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favourites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? I'm certain we can find something that we have in common. Hey Yuri. Eh? Well, about, you know, the first thing he said. Manga? That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. Don't just say it! For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, you know? So, if Dylan wants to read some of my manga, then don't try and stop him or anything. Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. You can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Dylan? Maybe. Sensing the tension, Sayori jumps in. Maybe we can all try something new. I think it would be fun. And we'll all get to know each other a little bit better too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree or anything. Yeah, you're right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that would make two of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. Then as for Yuri, I have to read manga? Jeez, you were the one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little bit more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realise. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself. I'm sorry for disrespecting your interest, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? No. I realised my error. So, if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something you really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? If you don't mind. Not at all. I always go alone, so... Yeah, me too. This is so cute! Sorry, shut up. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes. I look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along. Isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Dylan. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little bit better with you around, Sayori. Aw, Dylan. Don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club, but I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day is going to be so much fun. Hey Dylan. Oh, music. I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything, but the truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monika. That's right. I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm the president now, but I really know everything, Dylan. Hehehe. I know how hard it is. I know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. I know all about the awful things that Monika did to everyone to make everyone really sad. But none of that matters anymore. It's just us now. And you made me the happiest girl in the whole world. I can't wait to spend every day like this. With you. Forever and ever. F-O-R-E-V-E. No. Oh. Eh? What's happening? I won't let you hurt him. Who? It hurts. Ah. I'm sorry. I was wrong. There's no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye, Dylan. Goodbye, Literature Club. This is Monika, right? Yeah, it's Monika. Oh. Credits, right? Oh, what the hell?
Can you hear me?
Oh.
Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really, really hard on it. So yeah.
Oh. Bada bum 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 bum. Oh.
I imagine a future where I can be with you.
Bada bum 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 badum badum bum bum.
In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you.
Bada bum 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 badum badum bum bum.
The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find
that special day?
Have I found everybody a
Oh, it's the credits, okay.
assignment to do today?
Remove image.
When you're here, everything that we do is fun for them anyway. When I can't even read my own feelings, what good are words when a smile says it all? And if this world won't write me an ending, what will it take just for me to have it all?
As much, even though I know everything that was going to happen, I still enjoy this game. Playing through it again is going to be a pain because I'm going to have to skip, and the skip takes forever. Not including the fucking Yuri bit again. So I'm probably going to do the Natsuki route if I have to play through it another time, just in case I didn't get the rest of the stories. Extra thanks to Monika and Dylan. Made with Love by Team Salvao. Serenity Forge. I think that's for plus. Yeah, Serenity Forge was for plus. Whoa! Oh, okay. This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. Can the trophy go away? I finally understand that the Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it continues to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality. A reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo that same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you for making all my dreams come true, for being a friend to all the club members, and most of all, thank you for being part of my Literature Club. With everlasting love, Monika. Error. What? Yeah, so I have these two. I think this is how Sayori gets involved with the Literature Club, and then how Yuri gets involved with the Literature Club. So I feel like it's only Natsuki I need to unlock. I'm not so sure though. So let's see the pictures. Got this picture. Got that happy end. The final goodbye. Wait, what's this one then? Alright, okay. This is a new poem. An electric signal from some remote corner of my brain connecting all kinds of circuits and nerves and chemicals in a web understood by nobody. The chemical makes my chest tingle around my beating heart. The nerves make my hand move, straining a dead tree with some dark substance. The ink reflects the light into your glimmering eyes. Holding this paper is almost as though you are holding my hand which wrote it. Let out, our emotions stir together until our hearts beat in harmony. Connected to each other, I feel electric. Okay. Got the Monika, yep, Monika looking out. Any? This is still my favourite this is still my favourite wallpaper. I don't know why. So what's the music? Is it just going to be Monika's... Yep. Oh, and then, yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Nope. Delete Sayori. Damn it. Unable to open. Unable to open. Okay. See if I go internal, and I think it was 1, right? Nope. I know there was that, like, class notes somewhere. That's why I'm checking for it, because I wasn't able to open it the first time. I found them. If it's nothing, then I'll cut the clip early, and then go on to the outro. Your meeting notes. Why can't I open this? Can I delete it? No, I can't even delete it. What the fuck? Right, what was that to reset? Was that to delete it? No. Ah, there we go. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Game. Well then, that's something. Oh. Depression, suicide, self-harm, abuse. These themes are not merely suggestive, but are often portrayed as realistically possible. This should be. Yep. It's just warning about the game, yeah. But Okie Dokie, you agree that you have noted the games. Yep. Okay. Well, I'm just going to literally start up this game and hit skip and do chores. And then when I come back, I'll do the poem, make the poem out of one of them. So if you guys like that episode, please drop a like, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye.